Hi, Deb here, and happy 4th of July. I'm wearing my little shirt and these. I'm also wearing my bifocals because I'm going to talk about Ben Franklin, and he invented bifocals. I have shared this doll before. It's made by it was in a group called Founding Fathers, but I didn't talk about Ben, and you can find that I'll try to link it in some comments or description. It's made by the U.S. Historical Society. They're called living image dolls, and I think you can tell they're pretty accurate in being a living image. He has the breeches and the stockings and the buckled shoes. Feel like leather. He comes with bifocals and a walking stick. I have the walking stick. Also, if you look at that other video, you'll see came with an autobiography of. Oh, you should read that. It's so good. Autobiography of Ben Franklin, a walking stick. I don't have the bifocals, but I have everything else, and these remarkable details. Look at that. I think it's a really high quality vinyl. I've determined that. His arms move, legs don't. They come on wooden stands with brass plaques. I don't have that for him either. But I love this doll. I have George and Martha Washington, Abigail Adams, and Thomas Jefferson. Okay, we're going to talk about Ben. He was born in January 17th, 1706 in Boston. He's one of 17 children. He was the 10th. His father was married twice, and they each had a bunch. His father couldn't afford to send him to seminary school. He wanted him to be a preacher. So he sent him off to Philadelphia to apprentice with his brother James as a printer. James was not kind, beat him. He ran off, and that was illegal back then to be a runaway. Okay, he stayed with the Reed family and met Deborah, the daughter, and I think he fell in love with her right away. The printer he was working for sent him off to England to buy supplies, and then he was the governor of Philadelphia that did that. Then he reneged, and so Ben was in England and couldn't get back. In the meantime, Deborah married someone else. But he observed he was a loyalist at that time, but then he observed England really wasn't too fond of America, so when he came back, he wanted independence. He fathered a son, William. Nobody knows who his mother was, in 1728, I think. Deborah's husband ran off, so he and Deborah entered into a common law marriage in 1730. She raised William, and then they had a son, I forget his name, blah, 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 Francis. He died at age 4, and then they had a daughter named Sarah. The biggest contribution in my mind is he convinced France to support the U.S. in their battle for independence, because how were we going to beat the greatest navy in the world? And France is the reason America is free or independent. We would have been free anyway. So I think that's his biggest contribution. He invented swim fins. Did you know that? Swim fins, bifocals, the Franklin stove, which heated a lot of homes up into my grandparents' lifetime. He played a lot of instruments. He was very musical. He signed both the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. He helped writing the Declaration of Independence. I mean, it was Thomas Jefferson's baby, but still. The last thing he wrote was a anti-slavery article. He was an abolitionist. I don't know at first, but he was near the end. His son William turned on him. He was a loyalist, and they never reconciled. He wrote, yeah, uh, uh, Poor Richard's Almanac, and he wrote in a paper before under the name of Good. Oh, I can't think of her name. Penny? No. Anyway, a woman. He used a pseudonym of a woman, and he wrote how women were being mistreated and not represented. Yay, Ben! The guy was way ahead of his time. He's somebody to really admire. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I wanted to share my Ben Franklin doll on July 4th weekend. So for those in the US, hey, happy July 4th. The rest of you, happy day anyway. So I appreciate you. Please comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Toodles! He was also the first Postmaster General and started the first subscription library. I didn't want to leave that out. Toodles again.